Welcome back to the track record. I'm here at the Birmingham Crossplex post day one of AHSA Indoor State Championships. I'm here with Janie Ford from St. Paul's Episcopal. Janie put on a clinic today. 4 gold medals, 3 individuals, and a second place for the team. Janie, are you excited?
Yes, I am. I'm pumped.
All right. Okay, so first, let's just go through the day. Tell me about the day, and really, I want to kind of go like each event. Start off in the hurdles, pretty dominating win in prelims. Were you conserving any energy? Were you thinking about that at all?
Um, Honestly, no. I was trying to work on a couple things I've been trying to work on at practice, like getting out of the blocks faster and really driving with my lead leg. But it was a little funky to start, but it got me to the finals.
Right,
I was happy
qualified.
with that.
Finals, you run 880. That's a PR. And you also go 1-2 with your teammate Grayson Ackridge. Pretty special moment, right? Hugging her. What was the final like?
It was definitely a lot of pressure. I mean, we knew that we could do the 1-2, and we were hoping for it. Grace and I train with each other every day, and we're the only 2 hurdlers for St. Paul's, so we're lined up right next to each other, basically doing what we did out there, pushing each other. She pushes me in the start, I push her in the end, and it was just great to be able to be next to her and get that 1-2. It was very special.
Yeah. So let's go to the 400. You decided to scratch the 400. When was that decision made?
I honestly was never planning to do the 400.
Okay.
So the 400 is sort of my mental enemy,
Yeah,
I would say.
of
But
course, for a lot,
I
probably.
wasn't planning to do it. I really wanted to focus on the triple jump. And I
Okay.
knew Mountain Brook, they just dominate the girls' side. And even if I did bring home the gold in the Open 4, it wouldn't have, pushed us to that first place.
Gotcha. There was a little panic. We're like, where's Janie? Like, why is she not running the 4? But okay, seems that decision was made pretty early. All right, triple jump, your best event. You are, at the time of this recording, this is about 6 o'clock after day one. You are number 8 in the nation with 40 feet, 5.5 inches. Today, Zaria Hatchett from Paul Bryant takes the lead right away, 1st jump. What's going through your mindset right then when she's in the lead and you're not?
Those first 3 jumps, I wasn't trying to stress it really. I was like, okay, I'll get a big jump, don't worry. And then my fourth jump, my first jump in the finals, I was freaking out. I mean, I really was just like so much stuff was running through my mind. I've been trying to work on first phase, staying low, but today was the exact opposite. I was so high, crashing down on my second phase. So to be able to get my 5th jump, finally get it in and get it good, felt like very good.
Yeah.
It was a big stress reliever.
And on the 5th jump, you take the lead, 40 feet, 1.25, and then decide to pass. Oh, no, you went for one more jump?
Yes, but it was a scratch.
Okay. Describe to me, the distance runner, the strategy that you just kind of touched on of, I got to get to the finals, the first 3 jumps, and then I'm going to trust that I can pop off something in the last 3.
The finals, just making it to the finals is obviously the first thing that crosses my mind. I'm like, okay, I know I can, but I have to make it happen. I can't think about the end goal first.
Right.
So getting into the finals, first thing on my mind. Second thing was maybe a PR, but it wasn't looking too good.
Yeah.
So I just tried to think, okay, I go back to my basics, try to muscle my way through this jump, and bring home the first place. Yeah.
Okay. Now to long jump. You jumped not just a season best, but a lifetime best, 19 feet, 1.5 inches. You won by almost 2 feet, and then did that on your 4th jump, I think. Yeah. So talk through the long jump.
The long jump I've really been enjoying recently. I switched from doing the hang, which is where you just go back and then finish, to the hitch kick, where you're almost like kicking in the air and then you finish. That was a hard switch for me. The first meet I tried to do it, it did not work out, but at the pentathlon it ended up working out, and I've really liked it, honestly. I struggled to get on the board today a little, but once I got on the board, I popped a big one, and I was really happy about that.
Do you know, as a long jumper, when you pop a big one?
You can sort of feel it. I mean, usually you can feel yourself bounce off the board sort of, and that's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of the way that you land, I guess, for me, if I land like good and I'm able to like pull my body forward and not be too forward,
right?
I sort of know. I mean, I also will hear from like the sand people like, ooh,
Oh, sure,
sometimes, or I'll hear like, I don't know. I always think that's fun though, but
I have never heard of what you just described, that hang versus the hitch. Where, who's telling you to try? Is it coach telling you to maybe try that, or is it you?
So I've always hanged since I think the 4th grade.
Yeah.
But switching from that, I started this indoor season with my Coach Moore.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, and I really like working with him. But we go down to the like very basics, like we do walking drills. I did that for probably a month, just trying to walk through and know when to move each arm up.
Yeah.
So it was honestly a difficult process. It's probably the most that I've ever worked on, like one event.
Mm-hmm.
So switching from that was a big deal for me, but I'm really happy that I got it.
Awesome. So, and then lastly, the 4x4. You guys, it was you versus Mountain Brook. That was going to be the race, and you get the stick, anchor leg down maybe 2-3 steps, not too far. Well, actually, maybe more than that. Take the lead right in the first turn, and then I'm not sure what you split. Any idea what you split?
I think some people got me a 55 flat, another
Okay.
person got me a 54.9.
For sure, 54.9. It has to be. But talk about that race. That was an electric first 200, hung on and won, and then you guys got the gold in the 4x4.
Definitely. So first of all, those girls in the 4x4, I love every one of them. I've been running with our starting leg since we were in the 3rd and 4th grade.
Wow.
Our second leg is my best friend, and then our third leg is a 7th grader who, being a 7th grader in a relay before, I know like it's definitely tough mentally,
right.
And just you have so much pressure on you. So I knew that I needed to really just help her, I guess.
Yeah.
She didn't need a lot of help. She's obviously great.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring it home for them, really.
That's awesome. That was a special moment watching you guys at the end and celebrating the goal. Let's talk about this season overall as a whole. If I'm correct, you have a PR in every discipline an indoor PR in every discipline that you've done this year. You're this, and again, at the time of this filming, state leader in the 60-meter hurdles, state leader in the high jump, long jump, and triple jump. So, and as I mentioned earlier, tied for 8th in the triple jump in the entire country. So how has this season been entering, starting your senior season and kind of projecting you forward?
I think the season's been good. I mean, it's definitely every season's a learning experience for me. Just trying to see what my limits are and, maybe take a couple, less jumps here. Do these events here. Make sure I'm racing this girl here. I don't know. Honestly, I'm really just learning every me about myself.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say I had like definite goals for each season or each event even. I was really just trying to go with the flow and stay healthy.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about healthiness later. Take me through a little bit like the meet today. And again, I'm a distance runner. How do you make all of that work? Because you're going from hurdles to triple to wherever, could have been in the 400. You're just going back and forth. How do you keep straight everything that you have to do?
The number one thing is definitely be polite to the officials.
Yeah.
Do not you have to be polite to them.
Right.
That definitely helps a lot whenever you're trying to switch so constantly. I think most of those officials out there sort of know me as, that girl who is in all the events at once, running back and forth. So I just really try to be polite with them and tell them before the event even starts, hey, I'm in this.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that this is going to conflict. And most of them are really understanding. Sometimes it helps me whenever my mind's focused on so many different things that I can just do something and not even have to stress about it. But then also sometimes I get worked up about, but I have to do this and this and this.
Right. It looks a little chaotic from the outside looking in. But what was your pre-race routine that you always do, or do you have a pre-race routine that you did this morning? And do you have any like weird pre-race superstitions?
Pre-race routine. I always usually do a half lap jog around the crossplex
Yep.
to the other side of the sidewalk, then do skippies until the door, and then I go under to the warm up track and get in some hurdles, some sprints, and then usually we're in the infield warming up.
Okay.
But I try to do as much in the infield or inside as I can. Um, Not really anything strict though about race prep. I mean, I forgot my tennis shoes today, so wearing
Amazing.
these. But
Amazing.
yeah, superstitions. I have to wear one pair of socks throughout the whole meet. If I
Okay.
can't change the socks, even if they're sandy, dirty,
Oh
wet, I
yeah.
have to wear the same pair.
Okay. Never actually thought about that. That makes sense. So are you always like warmed up? Like there's no like warm up, cool, compete, cool down, warm up, compete, cool down. It's you're just kind of always warmed up.
I'm definitely always like active. I usually have to stretch in between. Every time I do try to, put my feet up, I get a call being like, "You gotta go check into this. You gotta go check in."
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I am sort of always
Okay.
warmed up.
So let's kind of talk about this. You're a multi athlete, right? You were the winner of the pentathlon last week, 37-13. You're the winner of last year's in May, the heptathlon. Which of all these disciplines comes most naturally to you?
Hmm. Maybe the long jump before I worked on the hitch
Yeah.
because I was a gymnast for the
Okay.
first 10 years of my life. So I think almost every, you know, form, body control, all that strength comes from gymnastics. So
Right.
all that, just I think it all roots from that.
Okay. So to counter that, which of your disciplines do you focus on the most?
Probably the hurdles because I'm a pretty tall person.
Yep.
So, and the hurdles aren't that high for the girls. So I always end up over jumping
Yep.
and I have to work on, knowing, oh, wait, the hurdles are shorter than my legs. I don't need to
Right.
jump over them. I
Right.
should run over them.
Right.
So I probably work on that definitely.
Okay. And then how do you maintain focus on all the disciplines without neglecting one or the other?
Through the weeks, I definitely have to, say, oh, work on that next week. I'm doing this at this meet this weekend.
Okay.
So usually I'll find time at least to do my events once a week, each event once a week.
Yeah.
But I try to focus on the ones that I have that upcoming meet.
Okay. That makes sense. I want to like go back in time to when you first started. You mentioned third or fourth grade earlier. When was your introduction to the sport?
I think it was the fourth grade. My mom was the current coach of the YDL program we have called Speedy Saints, which is really great. That's where like Matt Conwell and Evan both
Okay.
actually
Okay.
started running.
Gotcha.
I started running then. I did, I think every event. I was just trying new things every week, doing the 16, then doing the 100.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's about it.
So you also play volleyball, correct? Okay. Why track and field for you though? Like, why is this the one that you feel like you've stuck with and the one you've excelled at?
Track is just so rewarding almost. I mean, you can so visibly see how you change throughout every single jump,
Yep.
every single race. I think that really pushes me mentally to be able to see each little like step, each little inch. That's just a great way to almost keep track of progress. I mean, it's obviously very easy to see how you improve in this sport,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just really like the rewarding feeling,
Yeah.
and it just is sort of fun. Yeah.
Are you like intrinsically motivated? Like, is that something that comes naturally to you, or are you like being pushed from your parents or your coach to continue on focus on those things?
I definitely get a little bit of outside pressure. I mean, my parents want me to succeed, my coaches do too, but they all know, okay, Janie mentally wants to be at the top. Like she doesn't want to she's not doing this for us, she's doing it for herself.
Right.
I think that's how I am too with gymnastics because there's so much self-discipline in that sport.
Yeah.
And just having to I guess do all that for 10 years and then transitioning into track was pretty easy mentally because it's a team sport, but it's also it's a lot of individual work, and that's the same with gymnastics.
I gotcha. I had a question to that and I lost it, but that's okay. Maybe it'll come back to me. Have you started the recruiting process running in college? I mean, you have an Instagram page dedicated to that, but how are you looking at anywhere specific?
I honestly don't think I could say a specific place. I feel like I am just starting, but I think I like schools in the South or on the East Coast.
Okay.
Not too close to home, but not too far. I really like the college campuses that are on the East Coast and in the South too.
Yeah. Can you give any names, or are you gonna keep that under
Um,
wraps for now? And that's okay if you do.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly have not really gone that deep
Okay.
into it. It would be hard to, say even 5 schools.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, to any coaches watching, Janie Ford's looking for to run at the next level. What's your most memorable track meet you've ever had? Track and
Let's
field meet.
think.
Sorry.
Probably the Jim Tate relays my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So Jim Tate was my mom's coach, and he was also my coach.
Okay.
He coached at St. Paul's for over 40 years. He won 100 state championships.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's almost like a second grandparent to me, and just being able to run at a meet named after him, and I think that's the first time that I won a race there. I just, I love him so much that it was just a great memory.
That's awesome. I didn't know that actually. So, your journey has, I would categorize it as steady improvement each year. And the example I have is the triple jump. And just throw some numbers out. 2020, you were 30 feet 9. 2022, you were 39.7. 2023, you were 41.7. And right now you're 40 feet 5. So you're on track to beat that 41.7. How do you keep improving each year?
I definitely, over the summer with volleyball, we go to CrossFit 3 times a week.
Okay.
I think getting stronger helps a lot because triple is so hard on your body.
Yeah.
That if I wasn't working out weight training, that I would start to fall apart. But definitely that, and just getting down to the small little tweaks every single jump.
Yep.
That definitely is just like easy improvement here, easy improvement there, a couple inches. But.
Yeah. I mean, track and field is literally about inches. And I keep saying track and forgetting field. Why should more people focus on field? You're the first field athlete we've had on the track record, which is exciting. And like I've said a couple times, I don't know a lot about field, but field deserves a lot more love. Why does it not get more love? Or why should it get more?
I think it's really easy for people to look at running events and see times and see straight up times that mean something so easily. Like you can obviously look at a minute and a minute 05 and know, oh, the minute's faster, that's more exciting. But the field events they're back and forth. It's like a basketball game. You're going back and forth, point for point,
right,
fighting for every inch and foot. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just so much more competitive, although you're not running side by side with someone.
Yeah.
And then it's over and you see the results, but you're going back and forth with them.
Right.
And I think that's like very competitive.
It's like the triple today, right? Zaria kind of maybe makes that first basket, and then you got to respond, and that's pretty cool because then if Zaria fouled out, which Zaria was competed great today, but like, what if Zaria had echoed your or responded to your attack? Then it's a back and forth. All right, so for now, enough of track and field. What are you doing when you're not training?
Probably on my phone. That's bad, or doing schoolwork.
Okay.
But I really like to spend time with my friends. I'm really never home. Okay. I'm usually out of the house doing something, driving around, getting something to eat.
Okay. All right. So a lot of sub questions out there. What's the number one app on your phone that you use?
Oh Lord, probably Snapchat.
Okay.
Or TikTok.
Yeah, makes sense. What is a place you guys are going to eat out with your friends or something?
Moe's Southwest Grill is up there.
Yep.
Chick-fil-A is up there.
All right.
Some like more local places like Carpe Diem are up there.
Okay.
That's a great little coffee shop.
Okay. Moe's Southwest, what are you ordering? I think the team's at Moe's right now, so we're gonna not keep this too much longer. But what's your order at Moe's?
I get the bowl.
Yep.
Seasoned rice, no beans, chicken, lettuce, sour cream, the chicken cayenne sauce, the corn, the Chipotle ranch, probably leaving something out, shredded cheese. I think that's all.
Have you ever had a stack there?
I have, but I haven't been able to take one down.
Man,
I haven't been able to finish
stack is what we used to go to in college. way too many times. So along the same lines of food, what's your like guilty pleasure food?
Oh, probably chocolate. I'm a big chocolate person.
Okay. What is your favorite movie?
I think it's probably the classic Home Alone.
Okay.
I love Home Alone.
All right. I love it. My wife's never seen Home Alone, or
Oh
maybe
my
one time. It's
gosh.
bad. It's bad. Who's your celebrity crush?
That's hard to say. Currently, probably Jacob Elordi.
Okay. I have no idea who that is.
He's an actor.
Okay, gotcha. Good for you though. Oh, you mentioned doing schoolwork. What's your favorite subject in school?
It honestly changes every year, but this year, history.
Okay. And if you could go into any time period in history and witness an event, you are safe from said event. What is the event?
Hmm.
Sorry, this is a curveball.
I mean, I have something in mind. I think it would be the Protestant Reformation.
Yep.
Martin Luther
Yeah.
nails his thesis on the church door, and then all those Catholic priests seeing it and just how they react.
Right.
I think like that would be wild.
Okay,
probably.
so follow-up question to that. You're going to Moe's tonight to celebrate your St. Paul's second place victory and your individual medals. But Mark, you can bring 3 people from history to that dinner, and they're assumedly going to get along. Who are those 3 people? I think it's safe to assume Martin Luther might be one of them.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
He's a cool dude. I think he's very interesting.
Yeah.
Third, this is hard. I don't know.
You can think on it. We can come back to it. Okay, we'll come back to it. What's your dream vacation spot?
Ooh, somewhere tropical, but I'm probably gonna get sunburned. Somewhere tropical
Okay.
too, but
Okay. Worth it though. Back to track. How has track and field made you a better person?
I think it takes a lot of, like I've said, a lot of mental drive to push through. I mean, I saw in the triple jump today how much I can lose it and also have to keep it together at the same time. That definitely is hard. And then just sometimes you're running with yourself. You're having to push yourself and make new goals. I think that helps me just in everyday life, thinking like, okay, I have to push through. Like, I have to get this over with.
Yeah. Well, you've hit every segue today. You mentioned goals, and say new goals as you're running. What are some goals you have now that indoor's over, and so for the rest of outdoor as you finish out your senior year?
Outdoor, let's think. PR in the triple.
Yep.
Try to get 42 in that.
Okay.
20 feet in the long. I don't really have a 400 goal. I think that's something I'm not sure about the 400. High jump, stay consistent with 5.6.
Yep.
Heptathlon, set a new record in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then the last question. Well, actually, have you thought of someone else to come to dinner? Martin Luther, Abe Lincoln, and
I want to say someone from sports, but I'm having a hard time choosing.
You can bring 2 if you need to.
I'll think.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do the last question then. Who next on the track record? A St. Paul's teammate, and then somebody, a female from the Alabama high school athletic scene.
Let's think. Emily Miles. She's committed to run at South Alabama this year for distance. She's also a really great soccer player.
Okay.
And she's gone through a lot of injuries and having to push through them. Her story is really interesting.
Okay.
And then a female, I would say probably the Foley girls. They're a very strong. It's 3 of them. They work together every day.
Okay.
They're definitely like really cool girls.
Awesome.
I like
yeah. Well, hopefully to get Destiny Roper on here soon. Well, Janie, this has been fun. Thank you for the time. I won't keep you from dinner too much longer. But guys, again, this is Janie. Frick, what's your last name? Janie Ford. I just thought Roper for a second. Janie Ford. If you watched this far, I hope you see that blooper. She's a 9-time individual state champ. She's got 3 today, 1 with her team. And again, if you have someone that wants to be on the track record, we'd love to tell their story. This is fun, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Jamie.